The way you drop the music, do you ever feel like you drop it too fast?
No.
Okay.
The reason being is that the waves, like understanding them waves is real important. You know what I'm saying? You gotta realize, like, there's people that are aware and own it immediately. Then there are those that lag in their understanding, so they might come across it later, or because of the way that they opt to get the music, they might come at it later. So knowing both of them things, and also knowing that we live in a time where you have to create that content and keep that customer base satisfied with new content. Definitely, you know what I mean? So it's for me, it's fun to do it. It's my favorite thing to do. Is
it difficult though to feed that type of hungry fan base?
If it's in you.
Because I feel like nowadays it's hard. Like if you ain't really about to be dropping content every day, I feel like don't get into the game.
Right, but it's the same thing about music though. When you in music, you have to be able to create, produce, manufacture, distribute music. You got to be able to get it in, get it out. You know what I mean? And just really like it's not for everybody. Shout out Kiki, man. Kiki is the one that always tell me that it's just not for everybody.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Certain shit work for some people and don't work for other people.
Right, and you got to find your path in it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people is not going to stay in there long enough to find and carve out their own path. They're going to quit. You know, and then Lee, shout out Mr. Lee. Lee is somebody that says that when you're doing this shit, just like with anything, you got to stand in the line long enough. If you get out the line, you don't get back where you was at in the line. You got to go to the back of the line. So you got to stay in the line with the music. And for some people, it's too hard for them to stay in line. And you could be the next one up. You could have been the next one at the register, but you couldn't. You didn't have enough stay down.
That's facts. A lot of times, I feel like success too is being consistent, like you are, but being able to catch the waves.
Catch the waves.
Because the waves come so frequently. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I feel like the success is contingent on how well you're able to catch the waves and stay consistent, but be able to transition as the music transitions.
As the music transitions. See, those are the terms I'm not really.
Well, the music's the style, what's popular, all those things are always going to change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think you got to stay down doing what you do. And don't worry about waves and trends and fads. Be true to you and keep going. That way you won't have no fear, because it's a lot of people, they may have caught a wave, but because they not really authentic, that's not really their authentic expression, there's a fear, and you don't want to be found out to be like a fraud. You know what I'm saying? So when you want to just stay doing what you're doing and loving what you're doing, so long as you love it and you persevering in it, it's gonna happen. But you know, don't try to conform to what others may feel that you probably need to do, because that's a recipe for falling off, and it's gonna have you frustrated because you're gonna be doing what everybody tell you, but it's not gonna be working for you. I know a lot of people. I got a lot of people where I'm from, and they trying to sound like Lil Baby. When I first heard Lil Baby for the first time, I think he's an amazing artist. But then, here, however many months later, however many people that want to rap like him or sound like him, it just dilutes the whole thing, you know, and it dilutes them, because you're probably not going to win with his cadence or his formula or whatnot. So it's just something like that people just tend to do, replicate.
The copying, I believe, is at an all-time high.
Arts, though, in the arts is really bad, because art should be an expression of self. If you're making a burger and you want to make fast burgers like McDonald's or somebody else, you know, I don't really see the art in burger making, but I mean, some people probably do. But when you're talking about an expression of a powerful artistic medium like fucking music, and you're not even being yourself in that shit, come on, man, that's like the worst thing you can do. It just show really like character. It just shows a person's character when they not comfortable enough being they self in something like this. You know, a lot of people want to be remembered and revered for an act, like not even the authentic you. So you're gonna have to always get into that act when it's time to, you know what I'm saying, do something. I mean, some people probably could live like that, but I just think it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, I like how you said that act. I think that's a key word that could lead me into a key point. But I'm gonna put a hold on it, and I'm gonna bring it back.
All right.
When last interview we talked about when you was coming out of jail, we talked about how you did a lot of time. Yeah. When you was coming out of jail, did you ever battle with that, trying to assimilate to the waves, or you just always was steadfast on your shit?
Nah, I think pretty much everybody I be around, everybody I talk to or whatever, we who we are. Okay. I don't ever think about that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I just think about doing and then it's just, you know, some of the sayings, they done become so cliche, but they real. Heart of a hustler. Like, you gotta, this shit is in. Whatever I got, if I got my albums, I'm gonna sell my album. Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about this here, selling this shit, like doing this shit, doing what I'm doing. And, you know, I just think a lot of people they weak hearted. Like, they just don't, you can just blow with the wind. With us, stiffness about what you're doing, you know, is like a hallmark of anybody that I be around. I don't even be around nobody or talk to nobody that's like got a weak heart like that. That would be like, you know, kind of here and there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we would get along enough to want to be around each other. And I'm sitting up here really like in my mind, there is not one person that I talk to who's not stubborn about what they're what they're pursuing in life. And because of that, you know, I don't make no excuse. I just don't make no excuses. I don't believe none of us make excuses. It's just some shit you got to figure out. You know what I'm saying? If you put here to do whatever it is, then you just got to work at it until it happens.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? What the hell else you gonna do? You gonna try to conform and be Lil Baby? That was his cadence that God gave him. That was his BPMs that magically worked for him. That was his code that he cracked. Now, another motherfucker trying to crack the same code that he used, I just don't see it working. And I don't see in the short term that's out right now, and we just talking about anybody that's being successful, people that's replicating that shit and finding the same success. I don't see it.